Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the real reason why CJ Carl Johnson is not in Grand Theft Auto 5. Where is he now, and what happened to him after Grand Theft Auto San Andreas? So I just want to say thank you so much for the incredible support on video number 1 I did on this topic that talked about Niko Bellic, where he went, what he was doing, why he's not in Grand Theft Auto 5. I really appreciate the support on that video. Also, let me know in the comments section down below what character you'd like to see me cover next. Would you want to see me do someone like Tommy Vercetti, maybe someone like Gay Tony or Luis Lopez from the Ballad of Gay Tony, the Grand Theft Auto 4 expansion? Let me know your thoughts, opinions in the comments section down below. So now let's talk about the real reason why CJ isn't in Grand Theft Auto 5. And we'll kind of discuss more of the gameplay elements going forward, but long story short, there isn't anything within the story of San Andreas that would have prevented CJ from appearing in Grand Theft Auto 5. Instead, there's two reasons that I believe this is the case. Number one is that Rockstar has strict rules preventing characters and players from the different universes from clashing. So to give you guys an example of what I'm talking about, there are 3 different types of universes. There's the top-down universe, which was Grand Theft Auto, the original, and Grand Theft Auto 2. There's the 3D universe that consists of Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. And then there's the HD universe that is Grand Theft Auto 4, its 2 DLCs, and then Grand Theft Auto 5, and obviously Grand Theft Auto Online would fall into that as well. And Rockstar has a very unique rule where they do not allow characters to cross that barrier. So for an example, a character in Grand Theft Auto Vice City can't appear in Grand Theft Auto 5. Same way a character from GTA 3 couldn't appear in Grand Theft Auto 4. There's just no way that Rockstar allows that. And because obviously San Andreas is in the 3D universe, and that's where CJ takes place, he is not allowed to go over into the Grand Theft Auto 5 universe, which is in the HD universe. I know that's kind of confusing, kind of got like a Matrix vibe going on there, and I can understand why this makes sense, because in order for Rockstar to add a character like CJ in the game, they would have to recreate him completely, which is obviously a whole lot more work. Whereas a character that is in Grand Theft Auto 4, like Johnny Klebitz, who's an appearance in Grand Theft Auto 5, they don't have to recreate him. They just simply have to kind of update his textures and whatnot, and boom, you've got him in Grand Theft Auto 5. And that honestly right there is the sad truth as to why Carl Johnson will probably never appear in GTA 5. And that's just because Rockstar has this stringent set of rules that won't allow him to break that HD 3D universe barrier. And that's kind of unfortunate because there are so many amazing characters from those old games that would be perfectly fit for Grand Theft Auto 5. But unfortunately, it seems as if that won't be the case. Now, the second theory I have actually has to do with the relationship between the voice actor and likeness of CJ and the voice actor and likeness of Franklin. So in case you guys were totally unaware, the voice actor for Franklin is Sean Fantino, and he is actually cousins with the voice actor and likeness of CJ's voice actor, who is Young Melee. And if you guys don't believe me, I'll show you guys this video clip right here, which actually shows them hanging out together, which is pretty crazy.
Melee, man. Y'all know who Young Melee is, man. The world know who this motherfucker is, man. It's the nigga, man. Tell him who you is, nigga.
CJ from San Andreas.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, CJ?
Live and direct. CJ and Franklin up in this motherfucker. Real life shit, though.
So language aside, and I do kind of apologize for that, you obviously saw Sean Fantino, who is Franklin, and you saw Young Melee, who is CJ. Maybe Rockstar didn't necessarily want to put them in the same game together, especially considering they were protagonists of their own game. Maybe Rockstar would have found it a little bit weird to include the protagonist of San Andreas in GTA 5, even if it only was for a minor role. It's pretty clear that CJ likely wouldn't have been the main character of Grand Theft Auto 5, but he definitely could have had some adversary role in maybe helping Franklin grow up, or at least learn the life of trying to hustle and make money and do all the sorts of things we did in GTA 5, because it didn't look like he had a father figure to lean on. And it's not that their relationship is a bad thing, it's just that they were the main characters of recent Grand Theft Auto games, so maybe Rockstar wanted to avoid the overkill of the Sean Fantino, Young Melee family, I guess you could say. Like I said, they both did an amazing job with their characters, but it might have seemed like Rockstar wanted to just take a break from their characters being such a huge focus in Grand Theft Auto games. games. So now we need to talk about CJ and where is he now? So probably the biggest thing we need to look at here is the age. So CJ was born in 1968 in Los Santos, San Andreas. So when Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was out, he was around 23 or 24 years old. And if we flash forward to 2013, and if we flash forward to 2013, the timeline of Grand Theft Auto 5, that would make him only around 45 to 46 years old. And you might think to yourself, wow, that's really old, but it's roughly the same age as Michael and Trevor. So it certainly wouldn't put him out of the realm of like not being able to do anything or not being able to care for himself. I mean, 45 and 46 isn't that old, especially when 2/3 of the protagonists were that age in Grand Theft Auto 5. So he definitely wouldn't be like hiding about or just like, waiting on his deathbed. CJ would still have a lot of life left and could easily have made an appearance in GTA 5, Los Santos, San Andreas, or wherever. So this is according to the Grand Theft Auto Wikipedia page, but it does give us a pretty nice insight on what happened to CJ after San Andreas. So they state at the very end of the game, CJ is a young and wealthy man. He has assets and business interests, including in the Grove Street family gang, Mad Dog's contract in Los Santos, a car garage, and several other properties in San Fierro. He also owns shares in the Four Dragons Casino in Las Venturas, and he also owns the government's $60 million jetpack that we actually stole during the campaign from Area 69. Now, it is also suggested that CJ, Mad Dog, Kent Paul, and Macker are going on a worldwide tour that was actually mentioned by Mad Dog during the game's final cutscene. Now, my good friend Zach Cox TV actually has footage of this, and I'm actually going to show you guys this right now. He also did a video similar to this. I'll leave his link in the description too, so check it out if you're interested, but take a look at this right now.
Anyway, what's next?
We should hit the casinos, roll some dice with Woozy.
Nah, we gotta take care of shit here first.
We going on tour, fam.
Has anyone got a tissue? My nose is, it won't stop running. Is that, anybody?
Yeah, I have. Over there.
I'll pay.
So it definitely suggests that they're about to do something crazy and that Carl is going to help rebuild their brand and the band all together. So it definitely seems as if once the game ended, he didn't have nothing to do. Like he was just going to sit on his money. It seemed like he had a very busy, productive, and fruitful life ahead of him, and that he had a ton of business interests to take care of, and that he was moving on to bigger and better things, which honestly is really cool. And it speaks to the kind of maturity level that you see CJ have, not only throughout the game, but also at the end, being one of the most mature characters out there compared to a lot of the people you see around him. So now let's talk about what could have happened to CJ after San Andreas. So everything I just mentioned, that could have happened. He could have just lived a normal life, lived in a big mansion, running his business interests. But there's also the possibility that he could have gone back to Liberty City. So at the very beginning of the game, he actually comes from Liberty City. In 1987, he came to Liberty City to kind of start a new life. But then 5 years later, in 1992, he returned when he actually found out that his mother was killed in a drive-by shooting. So I wonder if, since his time was kind of done in San Andreas, he had done all those things, that he would maybe move back to Liberty City. That could be a huge possibility. Because throughout the entire game, it was always in the back of his mind that there was only partial consideration of him returning to Los Santos for the long term. And who knows, he might have really enjoyed his life in Liberty City. Unfortunately, we don't obviously get to see any references of him of Grand Theft Auto 4, which is the last game that takes place in Liberty City. So we don't really see any hints and clues of him returning there. So honestly, my best guess here is that he is still somewhere living in San Andreas, kind of keeping his head down low and just not doing a whole lot to get himself in trouble, which honestly, in my opinion, is probably the perfect ending for CJ. Now, there's lots of references to him in Grand Theft Auto 5, even though he doesn't make an appearance. There's tons of Easter eggs, which you guys have been seeing all throughout this video. So Rockstar definitely recognizes him, but they've never gone out of their way to say this is what CJ is doing or this is what he's up to. We've kind of just had to make up our own opinions based off of some of the things that happened in San Andreas and based off of some of the events of Grand Theft Auto 5. He's never mentioned, unlike other characters like Nico, so we really don't know what he's doing, and we really have no idea what he's possibly up to. And another thing is, we haven't gotten any information out of young Melee as to what he could possibly be doing. He's the voice actor and likeness of CJ, and we haven't seen any hints from him. Nothing from him has come out where he slipped up and said, you know, yo, I'm doing this. I'm recording some new lines for CJ or something like that. Nothing. We haven't heard a peep out of him. So yeah, it kind of seems as like we've seen the end of CJ, which is unfortunate because he's one of the greatest characters of all time. But at least Rockstar did him a solid, and at least it sounds like they gave him a pretty good life after San Andreas. But really, that's all the information I have to share with you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy, and hopefully you learned something a little bit new that you might not have known about CJ, the protagonist of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.